does not reveal whether a device was infected with Pegasus or subject to an attempted hack. Without subjecting the phone to this technical analysis, it is not possible to conclusively state whether it witnessed an attempted hack or was successfully compromised. Honorable Speaker, sir, the report itself clarifies that presence of a number in the list does not amount to snooping. Honorable Speaker, sir, now let us examine what the NSO, the company which owns the technology, has said. I quote, NSO Group believes that claims that you have provided with are based on misleading interpretation of leaked data from basic information such as XLR lookup services which have no bearing on the list of the customers targets of Pegasus or any other NSO product. Such services are openly available to anyone, anywhere and anytime, and are commonly used by governmental agencies as well as by private companies worldwide. It is beyond dispute that the data has nothing to do with surveillance or with NSO, so there can be no factual basis to suggest that a use of the data somehow equates to surveillance. I highlight, sir, NSO has also said that the list of countries shown using Pegasus is incorrect. And many countries mentioned are not even our clients. It also said that most of its clients are Western countries. It is evident, Honorable Chairman, sir, Speaker, sir, that NSO has also clearly rubbished the claims in the report. Honorable Speaker, sir, let us look at India's established protocols when it comes to surveillance. I am sure my colleagues in the opposition who have been in government for years are very well aware of these protocols. Since they have governed the country, they would also be aware that any form of illegal surveillance is not possible with the checks and balances in our laws and robust institutions.